Did you miss us last week, you guys? We're back.
I actually was happy that we didn't have an episode last week.
Why were you happy?
It just felt good having a little break.
So, I've not seen you in 95 days.
Has it really been 95 days?
No. You heard about Shannon Sharpe?
And I just looked and was like...
But I just think it's weird when people like, and I asked them, what's your favorite part about being married? They all had different answers. I like seeing when I know how my friends are like as individual single people, right? Mm-hmm. They get with a man who they love and respect, who loves and respects them back. Like I be thinking it's cute and I be giggling and they be like, girl, whenever they're like, oh, I need to talk to my husband. I'm like, I just think it's so cute.
I think maybe you getting into something that is, you could not waste your time. Mm-hmm. You want to be outside this summer. You trying to be running around with booty shorts and do that.
Yeah, check 1 2, check 1 2. Is this mic on? Is this mic on? Hey, listen, man. It's the one and only trendsetter DJ Sense, and you're listening to CockTales. Dirty discussions with Kiki and Medinah Monroe. Yeah.
Today's cocktail is called Turks and Cocoa. What you're going to need to make this drink is 2 ounces of vodka, 1.5 ounces of blue Curaçao liqueur, 1 ounce of coconut cream. This is coconut, yeah, cream of coconut cream, whatever. In the squirt bottle, it makes it so much easier to like handle. You'll need 1 ounce of lime juice and then some club soda. So you'll have a cup filled with ice that we're gonna put the drink in, and then you take your shaker and fill it with ice and start adding in the ingredients. 2 ounces of the vodka, 1.5 ounces of blue Curaçao liqueur. Then you'll need 1 ounce of lime juice. Okay, the cream of coconut. You're adding everything in here except for the club soda because that would cause a mess. Did I put everything? Yes. So now we're gonna shake this up. Okay, so it's gonna be a nice creamy blue color. Then we are going to pour this over ice. Add just a little bit of club soda. Give it a nice stir. And cheers, it's a Turks and Cocoa. Enjoy. Oh, Medinah, you wanna taste?
Oh, this is looking pretty.
Okay, what you think? You like it? Okay, good. Okay, anyway, that's a Turks and Cocoa. If you make it at home, tag us and enjoy. Did you miss us last week, you guys? We're back and welcome to CockTales Dirty Discussions. I'm Kiki Said So.
Hey y'all, I'm Medinah Monroe. I actually was happy that we didn't have an episode last week.
Why were you happy?
It just felt good having a little break.
Oh.
And then I always am wanting to see like what will people's reaction be like. Because when we're late on posting an episode, it's like, my DMs be chaotic. Where's the episode? Did y'all stop? Where is the episode? Where is the episode? Where is the episode? I'm like,
girl.
So it felt good to be like, make y'all wait on it a little bit.
And speaking of breaks, we have not recorded since March. So we both had a lot of different things going on. So we have been recording lots and lots and lots of episodes. And then we were out of episodes and just having a break from having to come to the studio and record.
Yeah.
Like, I guess I didn't really think about it too much, like the week off, because we had been off. But it did feel good. We definitely needed a break and it was nice. So thank you guys for being back this week and understanding sometimes the girls need a little break.
And sometimes you need a little break. If you need a little break,
sometimes you gotta go touch grass.
Put your feet in the grass. One of my girlfriends, I loved this birthday party idea, Kiki. It has to do with putting your feet in the grass. She was like, this year, I don't really want to go crazy with celebrations. I just feel really grateful. And she was like, I want to go put my feet in the grass. So she had a grounding birthday party at Piedmont Park. She was like, everybody bring a blanket, bring a bottle of wine, bring a fruit tray or snacks, whatever, if you want to snack on something.
Like a little picnic.
And come and take your shoes off as soon as you get here. And so we went, we hula hoop. It was such a good, everybody had their little bottle of wine. Some people brought a little liquor. Everybody had their little snacks. We danced in the grass. We felt like fairies. And we sang happy birthday, had a little birthday cake. There were balloons. We played Uno.
Yeah.
Sometimes things are nostalgic. And when you get that nostalgic feeling, it just takes you back to just like when life was simple.
That was a long time ago. Yeah. But I did something similar, and you saying that makes me want to call my girlfriends when we leave here. I have a group of friends who are here in Atlanta, and everybody lives all over. Everybody's super busy. I haven't hung out with the whole group in God knows how long, and we keep trying to like schedule things. But the last, besides anything that they showed up for CockTales, because they always show up and I appreciate that so much. But the last time we just had a girls' day, we went to Piedmont Park and we had just like a girls' day. We had a picnic. Everybody brought different stuff. Everybody brought the drinks. Now, we didn't do the grounding part. Maybe we can add that in this next time. But yeah, sometimes it's good just to do simple things.
Take it back to simple. Yeah, it was nice. She was like, I'm not doing that. I'm sick of birthday dinners. I was like, I get it. And now I can really, and it was like, come as you are.
You ain't got to stress about getting ready, an outfit, nothing.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah. Now, because we've already shared that we haven't recorded in so long. So many things have happened since the last time we recorded. So this episode, we are going to do an extended catch up in the episode. But first, I wanted us to make any announcements that we have. I know I want to remind everybody to sign up for the Trip with Worst Behavior Tour. We are going to Negril, Jamaica, Memorial Day weekend. The whole trip is the 21st through the 31st. I will be there Memorial Day weekend. I learned my lesson. You don't have to stay the whole time, but people are going for different blocks of time. I guess if you just really get to live the soft life, you could stay for 10 days. I will be there for 3 or 4. So y'all come out there. Orion is hosting. There's going to be some different activities, different theme nights. I don't know what they are, but it'll be a good time. And you can just come and relax. You can stay at the resort. You can leave the resort. Whatever you want to do, it's up to you. But sign up. There's a link in the description box.
And you guys, August 24th through August 27th, Paradise and Vibe is going to Sedona, Arizona, and it is going to be nice. I forgot to mention this, at least I think I did in the last few episodes that I told you guys about the trip. It's an all-inclusive retreat. So your food is included. People always want to know, is your food included? And normally it's not. But for the Sedona trip, your food is included. Everything is taken care of. We have a bunch of amazing programming lined up and amazing different panel hosts that will be there, including Issa Rae. I get to do an interview with her. I am so excited about just meeting her and being in the same room with her. The whole theme of this trip is the magic of big thinking. And so if there's an idea you've been sitting on, if you're scared, if you're not scared and you've already started it, or if you're around people who don't really encourage you, this is the place to be. If you want a little slight turn up, come on, because we're having a dance party. We have Club 1BD who's going to be doing the festival, if you will. This one's more of a, it's called Vibe Fest. So it's more of like a a festival situation. So go to paradiseandvibe.com. We'll put the link in the description. I hope to see you there. There are payment plans because we know money be a little bit tight. And I hope to see y'all there.
What's the dates again?
August 24th through the 27th. Sedona, Arizona. We're staying at the Enchantment. Another thing, since this episode is coming out this week, I can actually give something I'm doing this weekend. So, Kiki, I got my very first listing, and it is a very nice condo.
Okay.
It is in the Atlantic. I'm doing an open house, and I'm making it like a thing. So it's this Sunday, May 4th. 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. in the Atlantic. If you've never been in that building before, you could come and see, but I would like you to come and see if you want to buy it or you know someone who does. So
how much is this property listed at?
It is $825.
Okay.
So come have a little mimosa, and I hope to see y'all there. It's going to be really fun.
What time?
2 to 4.
Okay, 2 to 4 on Sunday. All right, y'all might see me there. I ain't buying nothing, but I know some people who are looking, so I'll see if I can bring them through. Any other announcements?
I think that's it.
Yeah. Oh, other thing, I wanted to remind you guys to sign up for the book club. I've been getting new people in the book club. We actually have our book club meeting for April tomorrow, like Wednesday. So you would have missed it. But I'm trying some new things this month and next month going forward. So for the people who missed the meetings, just some little extras. But I realized that there's a lot of people in my book club. Not a lot of people join the meetings.
What
and
they
I'm
be
like, why
doing?
y'all don't join? And then I've realized people being nervous to join the meeting if they didn't finish the book. So I want you all to know, I think I've said it before, but I want to reiterate, we are not strict. Okay. Sometimes life happens and we get it. It's really a social club, book club, but on the internet. And if you don't finish the book, just come. And if you want to finish it, but you haven't had time, just log off when we get to the part of the book so you don't have spoilers. But we have a good time. We have mid-month happy hours. We get on Zoom for that. We're about to start trying more real life events. Everybody's all over the place, so it just kind of depends, but just doing more stuff. But it's very laid back. We love talking. It's just like a girl chat vibe, and it's a good way to meet new friends. So earlier this month, we did our happy hour, and some people joined who never joined, and they were telling me that they were scared. And
because they didn't finish the book.
Yeah, because they hadn't finished the book, or they were busy, and they're like, well, I wasn't done yet. And I was like, it is not strict. This is not school, so don't worry, just come and have a good time. We read all types of books. Everything is not literature. We read funny books. We read nasty books. We read fantasy. This one is based on a true story. For the month of April, we read, what is it called? The Personal Librarian. Interesting read. I'll save my thoughts, but for the book club. But next month or next 2 weeks, I'll let y'all know what May's book is so you can join at any moment. It's just patreon.com/Kiki sets up. All right, so now we're going to move on to weird sex, and then we'll get into our business.
You said a man is not a necessity, a man is a luxury.
Like dessert. Yeah. A man is absolutely not a necessity.
Did you mean that to sound mean and bitter?
Oh, not at all. I adore dessert. I love men. I think men are the coolest. But you don't really need them to live.
All right, so this week's weird sex. Unless you were able to totally avoid all media, all internet. You heard about Shannon Sharpe?
I did. And I just looked and was like,
now, sir. And then all the people pulling up clips of everybody warning him about little things. Now, here's my thing. I'm not going to rehash the story. And what was really weird about it all, I'm going to leave the crimes that he's accused of alone. But I just think it's weird when people like race play. I don't like it. Now, I'm not trying to kink shame y'all, but I am. I just don't get it.
I'm really starting to
be
the
concerned.
Girl she looks like a kid, and I get she's not a kid, but to me that's would be weird. It's like, bro, like what is happening?
When I see people who are 18, 19, hell, 25, I just see like, you look like a kid. I think about my little brother.
And you likely behave like one.
Yes, very likely.
I really do. I'm like, I really want to know the investigation, because I wonder if his friends or family are like, so what did you see? Like, what were you doing? Like, what was the attraction? Not that she's ugly or anything, but again, she just looks like a kid. What was going on here? How did this even begin, and why, bro? Like, do you not, when you're at a certain status with a certain amount of money,
where's your discernment?
Where is your discernment? But also, do you not think of someone this might come out? Just not even saying that you're doing something wrong actually, or you're not. Just this probably just isn't a good move. Where does that, and then after, and you caught, what?
And then remember my Michelle a while ago? I just feel like Shannon Sharpe has such a heavy bottom lip, and it just sounds like it when he talks. And then when I was hearing him talk about my Michelle, I was just like, ugh. And then I'm thinking about that and this. Why do we know so much about his sex life? I don't want to know anything else, but since I had to know, I was going to make sure y'all knew, and we was going to talk about it. I think it's very weird. And I think you should explore other safer options
Do
for
you think
things to
when
do
this
with
happens
sex.
to celebrities specifically, or people who are like public figures, and then you wake up and this is all like when the phone call was released and it was all over social media? Do you think he just turned off his phone and laid in the dark?
I don't think so, because now I might be messing up the order of events. Sometimes I think people start having like a God complex almost. They think that they can get around it or whatever, because then he was releasing pieces of text messages and screenshots. But then it's like, you only sent part of the conversation. What is she responding to? What was you saying? We need to see the whole thread. Don't send me no pieces, no conversation. I just think it's crazy. And sometimes I think people just don't listen to their counsel. I don't know. I just thought it was wild. What y'all think? What you think he was thinking? And do you think drugs are involved? That's always what I be wondering too. Too much of that damn cognac. Bad decisions. Bad. I don't know.
I definitely think he's embarrassed. I don't see how
now I
this
think he's embarrassed.
could come out and you not embarrassed. Like it's embarrassing. Like again, even if you didn't,
I would have been embarrassed at the Instagram Live thing, which I think was a little fabricated.
Oh,
but
well, I don't think I've seen the Instagram Live.
So he got on Instagram, the My Michelle thing that I was talking about. He got on Instagram Live talking about his phone was hacked. Nobody is hacking your phone, Mr. Sharpe. But he was having sex, or it sounded like he was having sex with somebody. Oh, My Michelle. Like what? Pop, get off the line. And then I wonder, and I feel sorry for his daughters. Are you so ashamed? I would be like, I don't even know that man. I've never seen that man a day in my life.
They probably feel bad for him.
I would be embarrassed if it was my daddy.
I would be embarrassed, but I also would be like, dang, like, what you need? Like, you want a hug?
I don't know. Anyway, I just thought that story was so wild. I had to bring it up since we are recording right now, and the episode comes out in a few days. It won't be so old. Y'all tap in the comments and let me know y'all's thoughts on the whole ordeal, and if you think that girl gonna get paid or not. I'm just being
do you think
messy.
she get paid?
I think so. I think she's gonna get something, especially because I think he already tried to settle. So she leaving here with something.
She definitely leaving here with something, and even if it ends up being a book deal, because I want to, like, what happened here? Like,
I wonder if her OnlyFans subscribers are going up.
Definitely.
And I wonder how many she has. I didn't really look into any of that. I wasn't that interested, but now I'm wondering. Anyway, y'all tap in and let me know your thoughts in the comments, or DM me if you're listening to this.
Okay, y'all. So every now and again, you just need a new mattress, like quite literally. Kiki, I cannot tell you how excited I am about Brooklyn bedding. Let me tell you why.
Why?
I already was like, y'all know I'm going through a breakup. I keep saying going through it. It's done. And I needed I was like, I want a new mattress, but I didn't really know. It's been so long since I purchased a mattress. And I was like,
so many.
Yeah. And I initially wasn't even thinking about comfort. This mattress is so comfortable. I personally was just like, all the bodies that is on the bed, I wanted them. I wanted to start over fresh.
Yeah.
I couldn't have started more fresher. Brooklyn bedding, y'all. Not only is the style of the mattress amazing, I got a queen size. I had a full, so I upgraded a little bit. I don't think I'm ready for a king yet. I got a queen, and I got their Sedona Elite mattress. That is one of their luxurious mattresses. And I think when it comes to sleep, you should, really
treat yourself.
I mean, you want to feel good. When I lay on my mattress, I got a medium firmness. So I like a little soft. I like a little firm. And it's perfectly right in the middle. Like, they did not lie with the description. There is a cooling layer on the top of the mattress. So weeks when I'm on my period, I get a little hot when I'm sleeping. It cools you down. It has when you lay on my mattress now, you can feel it because it's just like, I sleep on my side and I sleep on my back. You can feel the mattress forming to your body. Like, y'all.
Like a big, tight hug, you know? It's just like.
Yeah, it's almost like you're something caressing you while you're sleeping, just making sure you have the night's most heavenly rest. Another thing I really like, I could go on and on about this company. I love how it's packaged and delivered. For real. When people say no hassle and it'd be a little hassle, it's no hassle. It is sealed tight. At first I was nervous. I was like, it's been a minute since I've ordered a mattress. I thought it was gonna be a big box. No, y'all, they seal it up, roll it up, and then you unroll it and watch it unfold.
Yeah. Now be careful when you do that.
Be very careful. Back up a little bit and get it in the position you'd like it in.
I did mine the opposite way. Almost took me and Whitley out.
Same.
But that's all right. That is all right. I got the exact same mattress. Now, I was excited to have a new mattress because I have a second bedroom in my apartment, but it's really like an office space. So I was like, oh, I can put that in there instead of putting my gas on an air mattress, right? So I put my old mattress over there like, bye, bitch, it's time to go.
Yeah.
And then I put the Brooklyn bedding mattress in there. You guys, you know how you talked about how it conforms to your body? Something that I really like too, and they be saying this on the commercials, like other companies in their commercials, I don't believe it. Like they'll lay on the bed or they'll put a drink on the bed and then have a dog jumping around or something and don't nothing spill. They be lying. They were not though. Because when I got in the bed, I was laying there. Whitley jumped on the bed. I didn't really feel it until she like was sitting on my leg. And I was like, that's weird. Usually I would feel a little, you know, something. And then it's like, you know, if you might be tossing and turning or something like that. I was tossing and turning one night and I had a guest in my bed and he didn't even notice.
I love
because
that.
usually he complains like, quit moving. But, you know, that didn't happen. And it's like nice to not be disturbed and vice versa. You can really get a good night's rest. I think it's really important to invest in a good quality mattress because that's your sleep. That's how you reset every day. If you sleep bad, I don't know when the last time you had a bad night's sleep, you woke up with a crook in your neck or whatever else, and you just didn't feel rested or you slept on a mattress that had you feeling like you laid on bricks and it fucks up messes up your whole day.
And your skin. If you don't get a lot of sleep, people be asking what's the skincare routine. Sleep.
Yeah, you do need rest. Your body needs that. So if you have a good mattress to do the trick, it's great. I do love how it comes squished up in that box.
Yeah.
And then you unroll it and you let it get to its form and then bam.
Bam, boom, bam. I
also
also really
one
love
of these.
I love when a company flexes like this, and Brooklyn Bedding is flexing with this. You can sleep on your Brooklyn Bedding mattress for up to 120 nights, and if you do not love it as much as we do, you can send it back. They know you gonna love it.
That is 4 months, you know? Like what? Just
wild.
sleep on it because you can't just try it out one night. You do have to try it out for a while.
Yeah.
I'm taking naps. I'm not even a nap girl. I need a little nap every now and again because I just want to lay on my bed. Oh,
So
it feels good.
You guys go to brooklynbedding.com and use our promo code CockTales, CockTales at checkout to get 30% off site-wide. They have pillows also. This offer is not available anywhere else. You have to use our promo code CockTales on the very last page of checkout to get this discount. That's brooklynbedding.com and use our code CockTales for 30% off the website. brooklynbedding.com, code CockTales for 30% off.
That is like a steal. 30% off of this good old mattress.
And it's a good old mattress.
And they have lots of different ones. Y'all go check it out. They have all kind of information on there. So no matter what style you want, the size you want, everything. My only regret is I should have upgraded to a king. I got a queen too, but that's all right. Twinsies. Yeah. Anyway, y'all get your mattresses and tell us how your sleep improves. And now we'll get back to the show. Okay, so I've not seen you in 95 days.
Has it really been 95 days?
No.
Oh.
It's been like a little over 30.
Okay, like
probably
32.
like 45 days though, for real.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Okay.
What's been up? What's new in life?
So before we say what is new, I wanted to make sure, because I don't want to forget this.
Okay.
Kiki and I went to a dinner. It was called a risky conversation dinner or a risky dinner. Mm-hmm. Risky dinner,
risky dinner conversation.
Risky dinner conversation. And I wanted to make sure to shout out Koya. She's the one who puts on she has a team of people that helps her, but she's the one who does it, and she's the name I can't remember. It's hosted by Weezy, and it's a dinner about HIV basically. And we got invited. We went. It was in Atlanta. I had such a good time at that dinner. I wasn't really sure what to expect. I've always seen it floating around on Instagram, and I'm always like, dang, I want to get invited.
I know. I have been dying to go. I was so excited.
And I just wanted to say the marketing was impeccable. First of all, y'all, each
details.
Influencer got these cards with this is me from Kiki and I's Valentine's Day shoot. She had her own caricature on hers.
Mine is up in my house like art.
I'm gonna put this up as art. And it was just beautifully crafted. So shout out to the Paper Bar Co. Also, I was like, oh, I want to utilize them one day. But it was all about spreading the awareness about HIV. And I think it's really important to let y'all know that this was in the little booklet they gave us at the dinner. Everybody was shell-shocked that a study was conducted by the Atlanta Department of Public Health, and it showed that Black women represented nearly 60% of all new HIV diagnoses in the city in 2019, a rate 1,600% higher than white women. And that was the whole conversation. There was no alcohol. She wasn't playing. Everybody was like, do we get a cocktail? No, you can get a mocktail. She was like, y'all gonna learn today. We learned a lot about the numbers. We learned a lot about, they sent us home with at-home test kits. And she was just really pushing this message of how important it is to get tested, which our episode the week before last week was about, you know, HIV and AIDS and making sure y'all really are just out here getting tested, because a lot of people are not, and you can tell by the numbers. So shout out to Koya. The dinner was amazing. The food was really good. The setup, the tablescape it was just such a well put together event. They sent us cameras to record it. They sent us these little watches. I can't remember the name of them.
It's a bracelet, and you download an app to go with it, and it's like an in case of emergency bracelet. I thought that was so cool. So you can program it, and then it can call 911 for you. It can alert your friends. Yeah, it does all these things. It'll send people your location. It's really helpful, and it's very discreet. Nobody would know. It doesn't look like an Apple Watch. It's just a gold bracelet.
Yeah, it was really dope. Like I thoroughly enjoyed that event. And so shout out to you, Koya, because you really out here changing the world and using your voice in a positive way. Yeah, I appreciate it.
And if y'all didn't know, they have a lot of the ladies at the event didn't know this either, but they have rapid tests that you can do at home. I know a lot of people are very nervous because it's like, well, what if I do have it? Then everybody's staring at me. You know, all the things that may go through your mind when you're having an honest conversation with yourself. And you can get tested in the comfort of your home. And and then, you know, the sooner you know, like not getting tested doesn't mean you don't have it. So go ahead and get tested, because once you get tested, you can find out if you do have it, what your options are to live a full life.
And one of the things that was discussed a lot at that table was when you have these at-home kits and you're, let's say you're about to have sex with somebody, and you're like, hey, I have this at-home kit. Let's both use it and test ourselves. If someone really puts up a fight about that, that stops all the BS right
Close
there.
them legs.
Close them. Because I can't imagine someone telling you, absolutely not, I'm not testing myself, and you still being like, okay. I'm sure somebody out there would. But that can really like just take away some of the stuff you deal with that don't make sense that you're dealing with right there.
Yeah. So y'all check it out. Order them. They have them on DoorDash.
They do?
From like Walgreens and stuff, different drugstores. Yeah, because I was searching like, how easy is it to get? Do you need to order it like online somewhere and wait for them to ship it to you? They sell them in drugstores and different places. So check wherever you have to shop locally and see what they got. Check it out.
It's incredible. Okay, back to our catch-up.
Okay.
Kiki, you've been doing a lot lately, so
I have.
Tell us about it. I have been dying to hear about your Curaçao trip.
Okay, let's start there. Let's go in chronological order so I can remember. Okay, y'all, Curaçao was amazing. I suck because I still ain't really posted too much, but I want y'all to understand something. When I go on a trip, a lot of times what happens is I don't really post too much unless I'm drunk. But I don't really post a whole lot because I really try to be in the moment. I want to enjoy the company that I have. I want to see the things, experience the things. Luckily for me, the lovely ladies on the trip love being on their phones. So they was getting all the footage. So what I like to do, and fun little thing for you to do with your friends, I don't know what you would do if you don't have an iPhone, but for the iPhone people, make a shared album and everybody can drop their stuff in at the end of the trip. So that's what we did. I just need to make a reel or something to share. But y'all, it was great. I was so nervous. I was so stressed. I know I shared that so many times. I just really wanted to make sure that everybody was having a good time, that I paid attention to details, and that I was present, and that people felt like they didn't waste their money. I didn't want people thinking about how much money they spent while they were on the trip, because I feel like when I do that, it's because I'm not having a good time. You know what I mean? It's like, I hadn't spent all this money and this is all I get. You know what I mean? It's just like, So I wanted to make sure that they weren't thinking about it because everything was worth it. We did a cooking class. The chef was very handsome too.
Was he?
A lot of the men there are handsome.
Did they
The
be
people
single?
in general. I don't know. I didn't inquire.
You know, in Jamaica, everyone's like, the men are handsome, but they probably got wives.
Oh, I think they be single a lot of times.
Okay.
But I don't know. Cooking class, we did some jet skis one day. Some of the girls got in a wreck.
Were they okay?
Yeah, they were fine. It was like a slow motion wreck. Now, jet skis in slow motion, you wouldn't think that, right? But I think it was Crystal and Gigi. They just slowly ran into each other like this. I was like, what is going on? I was cracking up. I fell off the jet ski, but that water felt good. Honestly, I wanted to fall off. They were so worried, but it was so much fun. We did a boat day. We went to some beach clubs. We hung out. We ate so much good food, and everybody had such a great time. Some of the girls stayed an extra 2 or 3 days, and I was jealous because I had to come back home, but they just kept extending the trip. We had a local guide with us to kind of help facilitate things and get us around and give us recommendations. Her name was Dushka. She was a shit. She was great. Dushka has 8 kids. Dushka. She has 8 kids, and she was like, yes, by the same husband. I said, I know that's right. You push out 8 babies? She was like, yeah, girl. And I was like, oh my goodness. And she's still up moving around. I just feel like that would be automatic stress every day. But she did it. And we met her husband. We met some of the kids. She was a scuba diving instructor. They have a diving school. None of us did that, but we will be back. So the ladies decided that we need to make the Curaçao trip an annual trip. So I'm trying to figure out the time frame for next year. I think next year it'll probably be around September. I really enjoyed it when I went for my birthday. So I'm thinking 2026 we'll go back to Curaçao around September. But right now I'm working on another trip. I don't know where we're going to go yet. If y'all have some suggestions, recommendations, drop them in the comments, DM me or something. But I'm excited about it. I'm excited that everybody had a blast. And last thing I want to remind you, the ladies that were on the trip, everyone was single and they were looking to mingle. And I want any men to know, like, you can come on the trip too. We did have one man, but he came with me. So that wasn't for everybody, but y'all can come on the trip. It's not just a girl's trip.
I don't know what it is about men not doing retreats.
Well, mine isn't really a retreat.
Or group travel. Group travel, retreat. I don't know. It's like men don't really do it. And I'm even trying to figure out, like, we've had a few men come on our trips, but I'm like, why don't y'all go on group travel? You can go by yourself and really have a good time.
Yeah. So we had to source locally for men.
Did y'all find them?
Yeah. So one of the ladies, it was really funny because she was scared of the jet skis. She was scared to get in the ocean. She was just a little nervous, right, about everything. This fine man came over on his jet ski. Next thing I know, I see her riding off into the ocean. This is on our yacht day. She rides off into the ocean with this guy. She's like blowing us kisses like, bye, bitches. And she was having a blast. And I was like, see, sometimes you just need to find me. I'm telling y'all need to come on these trips. It's usually a lot of women. It's like being on a college campus.
It really would be like, if you were a man, you're like, you get your guys together and you're like, let's go on one of these group travel trips.
Hosted by a girl, because you know it's going to be a bunch of girls.
Don't be breaking hearts on the trip.
Don't break hearts, but you know.
Mess. But it would be, I think that's a great way to meet somebody.
Yeah.
They got their passport. They probably got some coins because traveling internationally is not cheap.
And you can just meet new people, period. But imagine, that would be such a great story if you met somebody and it really turned into something real later. You know, what a cute story to tell. So come on the next trip. I'll let you know when it is. I don't know when it is. I don't know where we're going, but I am working diligently on it because I'm ready for another trip. And I want it to happen ASAP, but not too soon where we can't have payment plans. Anyway, Curaçao was great.
Plans.
Curaçao was great. I really loved it. It
How
felt
long
good
were
to
y'all
relax.
there again?
I was there for a week, I think, and then they came a couple days after, so like 6 days, I think it was 5 or 6 days, something like that for the group. So depending on where we go will determine the length of time. I think when you got to go all the way to the other side of the world, you need to stay a little longer, you know. But on this side, you could do like a little 5-ish day, 4-ish day, and that's going to be a good amount of time. But it was great. What did I do after Curaçao? Oh, came back here for a hot second, and then I went to Chicago.
How did it go?
So that went really well. Y'all know, like, I be getting nervous sometimes.
From?
Because I don't know. I just
like what, nervous about the panel or traveling or what?
Oh, the panel, not traveling.
Okay.
A lot of people have been nervous about traveling because the planes are falling out of the sky every day. But I'm just like, look, I'm not sitting here. So if it's my time, it's my time. And I had to tell my grandma, stop sending me plane crash stories. You know, I got trips to make. Anyway, so I was speaking at Evolutions by Podcast Movement. It is one of the bigger podcast conferences in the summer, almost fall, like August, September. They do their really big one, which was Podcast Movement. So I went to that last year and I enjoyed it. So I decided to apply to be a speaker because I thought I was going to be able to go there and be more of a student. And while I did learn some things and meet some people, I realized the knowledge that I have, I could be sharing this with more people, right?
Come on.
So I was like, okay, I'm going to create a few pitch decks and I'm going to apply to speak and just see what happens. I don't know. So they accepted my proposal, so I spoke. I was talking about live shows and taking a podcast from a podcast in studio or wherever you're doing it and turning it into a live show and like how to go through it. I mean, my session was 30 minutes. It was just me. I was on the Prophet stage and I was really excited about it. But then I got nervous. I don't know. I just be getting nervous because I guess I was like, is anybody going to be sitting there? Because you don't have to go to the sessions. There's 50 other sessions going on. Like, is anybody going to be there? I had a horrible time slot. Because this is my first conference is what I think it is. But there were a lot of people there. The people really appreciated the things that I had to share. I met more people, exchanged some more contact information with people who want me to help them. And it was just like, what is the word I'm looking for? It was an affirming moment that I need to continue to do more things like this and stop being so fucking scared. What am I scared of? I don't know. Yeah. Because it's like, I know what I'm talking about. I don't know why I be getting nervous, but I be getting nervous, y'all. Anyway, so I did that. I had a good time. I got to see my friend Neuro while I was out there. And I don't know when the last time I saw her was, but got to hang out with some friends. Chicago was cold as fuck. And then I went to Dallas. My sister is getting married. And so she has decided that she will get married next summer. And we were she was trying on wedding dresses, not me. So beautiful. And it's crazy. My sister, she was a baby. Like, she was my little baby. So
she was an actual baby. Like, we were in high school and she would come to our cheerleading practice or come to some of the, she was a toddler. Maybe not that of a baby, but it felt like that.
Yeah, she was like 5, 6, 7 around there, you know? And so now she's a grown woman planning a wedding. And I felt like her mama. When we were kids, when we had to babysit, we would split the two younger ones. So I had Madison, that was my baby. And then my brother was Mallory's baby, my sister that is already married. Anyway, so it was like watching my baby grow up. I got all teary-eyed. She was trying on the dress. I'm like, you are really a woman. Not that she ain't been a woman already.
But it's just hits different.
And then she put the veil on and everything.
Did y'all cry?
I did. I don't know if anybody else did, but I did. And I had just done my makeup. So then I had to turn around and like pull myself together. But that was a great experience. I
remember when my sister was getting married. I mean, she's older than me, but I had an emotional.
Still like that, huh?
Yeah, I had an emotional when we were trying on the wedding dresses. Like, and I love when everybody doesn't make everything like a moment. And I love when people are doing anything in life, but especially marriage, and you make each step a moment, like the trying on the wedding dresses. And when we did that, I cried. I was just like, wow, you're really getting married. And then I also had this dark thought. And I was like, I hope he don't mess up our family.
Well.
But, yeah.
Well, I didn't have any dark thoughts. I do really like her fiance. I got to meet his mom, so she was there. I was there. My sister Mallory.
Did y'all do cake tasting on the same day as wedding trying? Okay.
Just wedding dresses. And then later that day, it was my niece's birthday. So my sister had a party for her. But my aunties came. My mom was there. Sisters, my grandma was there. And it was just nice. My other sister that got married, she didn't have a wedding for real. They went to Vegas and eloped. So it's like the first time we're getting to have that moment in this little part of the family.
Did she find the dress?
She's undecided.
Okay.
So she really liked them, but she's indecisive like me. And she was like, I don't want to have too many options because that's going to make it even harder. She's thinking that she's going to go with one of those, but she's not sure. So I hope that if she does more wedding dress try-on, she will invite me so I can come. And the wedding is going to be a destination wedding. They're getting married in Mexico. So right now she's trying to decide where and then narrow down an actual date. But I am so excited for this wedding. I know it's going to be a good time.
This is
exciting. It is. Yeah. And then what happened next?
Lex and Drea.
No, something happened before that, I thought. Well, maybe not. Okay, yeah. So Lex and Drea. I feel like I'm missing a story in there somewhere.
Your show?
No, it's something else.
With family. Engagement. Something is on there about an engagement.
Well, that's her that's engaged. I don't know. My niece had her party, but that ain't it. I don't know. I won't waste too much time trying to remember. But Lex and Drea have a TV show called Travel Queens that premiered last week. It's on BET Her on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. You gotta have like cable, or if you don't have cable, I think you can watch it on Hulu with the BT Her add-on or the live TV add-on, something like that, and Philo and some other apps. Anyway, they had a premiere party last Monday, and I got to host it and do a fireside chat and moderate that whole thing. And then we went out afterwards, and then at midnight, it was Drea's birthday. So anyway.
Oh my God, that is... I love Kiki.
What?
I am so proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
And then I love that it's like real friends.
Uh-huh.
You were able to do that. They allowed you to do that. And then Drea's, what better way to bring in your birthday party?
Right. You got a new TV show. Like, what? And I was excited when they asked me to do it. Now, I thought I was just doing the Q&A. I didn't know I was going to be talking about anything else, but I did. And some of the people from BET were there. It was nice to meet them. It was nice to see a bunch of people who I haven't seen in a long time. Their friends and family came out. And it was like such a happy moment. And I felt really happy for them and really proud of them. And it's like, anytime you have a dream, no matter what it is, whether it's something media related or not, like it takes work to get places. It is very rare that people are just handed opportunities with absolutely no effort, you know, right? I mean, I wish that would happen, but it don't. Anyway, it's amazing to see people who I met so long ago just because I wanted them to come on the show and have developed a real friendship and been able to see all of the things that have happened, the good stuff, the bad stuff, the frustrations, and watch it come into this moment. They always wanted a show, never thought it would be this type of show, but it's crazy how things worked out. And it was just I just felt proud. I was excited. I was excited for me too. And I was telling them and some of the other people that were there and the publicist, like, I want to do more of this. Like, I did this because I'm their friend and I didn't ask them to do it. They asked me, but I want to do more. And I really enjoy doing stuff like that and just stepping out and doing stuff where it's not necessarily about me and just interviewing people, getting them to share their stories, hosting, stuff like that. So if y'all need me, hit me up. But that was a really good time. So after the whole premiere, we watched the first episode. We did the chat, took questions from the audience. Then they had an after party on the other side. And then we did like a surprise
Where
happy
was
birthday.
It at?
The Gathering Spot.
The Gathering Spot, that's right.
We did all of that. And then we went out that night. Y'all, I don't need to be going out. I'm old. Because I can't recover good the next day. It is hard.
It was a tipsy night or it was just late?
Both. Because like, I think I got to the venue at like 7. We left there at almost 11, went back to Drea's house. I took a video. I didn't even realize I was recording in slow motion, but we were doing a toast at midnight. Then we went to the club. I ain't been to the club in so long. We went to Sweet Lounge.
Sweet Lounge is still open?
Girl, yes.
Wow.
We was in there doing karaoke. We were turned up. Lex's auntie was there. It was a lot of stuff going on. I saw DC. I used to work with him. He's a radio personality and he hosts a lot of clubs.
Okay.
Yeah. Saw him there. And I ain't been out with any of the people that I know in just so long. I'm all in the DJ booth. Why? You are not 26. She was 36.
But you really are a spirit, Kiki.
But that spirit was tired.
Mm-hmm.
That spirit was tired. And then eventually I was just like, all right, I'm not falling asleep in the club no more. That's what I'm not doing. That is the one thing that has changed. So I was like, okay, I have to go. I'm calling my Lyft right now. So Lex's auntie was really adamant that she did not want me to leave because she didn't want me to get in the car by myself because it could be dangerous. And I said, I understand that. But auntie, if it's my time, it's my time. I'm getting in this Lyft. I got to go home. I'm not going to make it. I'm not sleeping in this club. I went home and we was out in the club. I had on a ball gown. At some point, Drea had changed into damn near lingerie. I don't know what was going on, but we had a blast. I had a blow up microphone. And we were doing karaoke. We were doing karaoke at some point. Ran into a bunch of people. It was just a time. And so the next night, we were supposed to have a birthday dinner for Drea. Didn't happen. Didn't happen for the rest of the week. And then I had an engagement party to go to on Friday for my aunt, who's also getting married later this year.
That's right. Oh my gosh.
So I had an engagement party and I thought I was going to get to meet more of his friends, but it was mostly her friends, I guess, because it's here and her people are here. But there were some people there. And it was nice seeing like other people that I know that they're her friends, not mine, but we know each other. And it's been so long since I've seen them. So it was just like a lot of moments of reconnecting with people that I really enjoyed. And then went to Black Effect on Saturday.
How was that?
That was good too. I ran into more people. Dang, the name escaped me. I forget. Anyway, I went to Black Effect. That was really good. I met some more people. I've been trying to work on expanding my network and reconnecting with people. Do you ever like sometimes forget how many people you know or all the people you know and what they do and like how you could possibly work together and things like that until you run into them again or until something happens? Like, because they're not your everyday people that you talk to.
Yeah. I don't forget, but I know what you're talking about.
It's like, it's not at the forefront of your mind. So
sometimes you don't always tap into your database.
Right.
And it's like, what? Well, hold up. I know the people.
Yeah. And I have been trying to do that more. And so when I went to that, it was good to see a bunch of people. Girl, some people told me they thought I had moved. I said, why did you think I moved?
Why did they think that?
She said, this particular person was like, I don't ever see you out anymore. I said, girl, I had to stop going out. But she was like, at any of this stuff. And then I remembered where I met her. And we met because we used to work a lot of red carpet events. But I grew tired of doing the red carpet interviews. And that's not really the type of interviews I want to do. I need to sit down and have a more at-length conversation. Not a little quick promo liner.
A little type. Baby Oprah mixed with a little Wendy.
Yeah. I want to have longer conversations. And like a lot of that stuff, I felt like it was repetitive and I just was no longer interested. And so she was like, oh, girl, I didn't know that. She was like, yeah, I thought maybe y'all had both moved to Texas or something or whatever, because she knows about the podcast. Anyway, it was good to see her. I ran into some other podcast people who I already knew, some people that I wanted to meet, and that was good. And then Sunday I had to take a day of rest. My mom has been here.
Is she still here?
No, she left last night. It was time. It was time. You know how like I love my mama, I do, and she means well. She be trying to help, but sometimes I think that we are so alike in the ways that are, if it's two people like this, it ain't gonna work. We was getting on each other's nerves. And
do y'all say it out loud when it's happening?
We be fussing with each other, yeah. But it was good to see her. It was good to spend time. And I do appreciate that she tries to help. She be trying to put stuff up. And I'm like, you're not putting it up right. Like, I appreciate you trying to help, but why don't you ask a question? Or if you ask a question, like, listen to me. She will zone out like a toddler. And she be on TikTok scrolling on. I mean, I'm just like, she's not even listening. I don't know why she's asking me the questions. I just want answers. She'll answer for herself and move on. Anyway, she was here. And so last night, the last thing I did, I had a repeat of last fucking Monday. How did I end up at Sweet Lounge again?
Oh, baby, you is outside. I don't want to be like you. I want the knees that you have. My knees
I was
hurting.
sitting on the couch, okay? Except for when I was running around doing karaoke. But last night I saw Mila. She was like, Orlando and Erica left her. Everybody went back to New York. Like, very quickly, or I don't think they went to New York. They went to LA.
I'm gonna stay.
She's here till Thursday.
Come on.
So we're at Sweet Lounge, and then here comes Mila hopping over, and I was like, "Who is this?" And I was like, "Oh, Kayla. I thought she was gone. Everybody else is gone. Anyway.
Wait, who were you with?
I was with Tiffany, Lex, Drea, and Lynn. So Drea postponed her birthday dinner till yesterday. Mm-hmm. The outfit didn't come in. Other things were happening. So she had to get another thing. And people's schedules, because we had planned for her actual birthday. But we went out last night to Del Bar. It was delish.
I love Del Bar.
Me too. And I got leftovers at home, and that's what I'm going to tear up when we get home. But we went to dinner, and it was nice to have like a girls' night dinner. We were talking about some things that we want to do in the coming year, just like to have fun with friends and it not always be dinner. Because, that gets repetitive. Even trying new foods is fun, but like sometimes you want to do a little activity. You want to get up and move, try something new, try something different, have some real experiences. And so then we went to Sweet Lounge, and then today I did not even get a chance to rest because work had to be done, and I didn't want to come in here looking crazy. So, and now I'm here. So, yeah, it's been a busy time. I'm sure I'm forgetting things.
Did you do anything for Easter? Were you here for Easter?
Yes, I was here for Easter.
Okay.
No, I did not. I was really not feeling good. It was a rough time. Oh, and then I've been being a caregiver. That's the other thing that's been taking up my time. Yeah, I want to tell everyone, the men out there listening, the women who have men in your lives, remind them to go to the doctor. And if you are concerned about something, be persistent. My friend found out that he had cancer, and it was really frustrating because he had been asking his doctor about the issue. So anyway, he had surgery. Actually got a call today that they don't think he's going to have to do chemo or radiation. He's just still healing, so that's good. I think they've gotten it all. But that was really stressful and scary because it's like cancer, no matter what you do, sometimes you can do all these things that are preventative, but sometimes you still end up with it, and it's scary, and you just never know what will happen. So he's still recovering, but that's a hard job. So if you got a caregiver, you be nice to them. And if you're somebody's caregiver, I feel for you. It's hard when people aren't feeling good and when they're in pain because they snap. I mean, I know I've had to have somebody take care of me, and it's just, you want to take the pain away. You want to make them feel better, and you can't. All you can do is just kind of take it for a while.
And make sure they're comfy and cozy and got what they need.
And just try to keep their spirits up, even though it's just like, what do you tell somebody in a situation like that really makes them feel better in the moment? You know, it's like you can look towards the future, but right now they in fucking pain. Anyway, that is the summary of my life in the past 45 days. I saw a post of you getting baptized. How did it feel?
It felt wet. It was wet. I got dipped in the Jesus water, and it was something I have been thinking about, and it was funny because I didn't really tell anybody because I was feeling. I don't have the language for how I was feeling. It was just very emotional. I was listening to Girls Just Want to Have Fun by Cyndi Lauper, and I started crying, and I was like, I'm either about to start my period or this has to do with me getting baptized this Sunday. I don't know which one it was, but it was I don't have words for it, honestly, yet. I'm glad I did it, and God has really been showing up for me in ways that I've never experienced before in life. And so it was just very intentional. Like everything lately has been very intentional, ups and downs. And I was really, sometimes you look at like how your friends show up for you, and you have certain friends that show up in certain arenas. And then you have those friends that show up in the arenas that maybe y'all haven't been there yet. Like maybe you have a close friend, but y'all haven't seen each other at a low yet. Or y'all never have worshiped together, or you don't really I won't say that it's surface level, because I won't say that. There's surface level friends and that's all it is. You just go out together. But there are just different like friendship levels that become unlocked. And like I said, this wasn't something where it was like, hey, everybody, I'm getting baptized. It didn't feel right to do that. My mom was even like, why didn't you tell anybody? And I was like, because it wasn't about anybody.
It's personal.
It wasn't about that. And I didn't want to feel stressed about people trying to get here. And I had an open house directly after I got like my hair was still dripping.
Thank God for braids.
With baptized water. Yeah. I think I'm going to go right back into them, friend.
I am too. These need to come out, but I don't know when.
These need to come out too, but they... I think I'm gonna go. It just makes life as a Black woman, if you're not mixed and your hair just don't just, you cannot just, you're not gonna, you know what I mean? It just makes life so much easier to just get up and for real go, to still be cute in the gym and still be cute after you get baptized. And my brother came, my yoga instructor came, like, and because I had casually brought it up in certain conversations, and the people that showed up and showed out, I was like, y'all is out here cheering like I just finished a marathon. With, if you knew what I've been through, you might say I did. But it was just wonderful, Kiki. I don't have anything else to say other than it was wonderful, and I just feel really. I feel excited about life and the future. And I can't really say that I felt that way a few months ago. So just like the journey and really learning to embrace the things that come with the journey, which happened to be the most important part, unfortunately and fortunately. So
I'm really happy for you.
Thank you, friend.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So I don't think we have time for me to really catch you guys up on a lot of what the past couple of weeks, but I really wholeheartedly enjoyed hearing about.
I'm sorry, I took up all the time.
Up with Kiki. No, I loved it. It was exciting, and also, like I said, I'm really proud of you.
Thank you.
You talked about Lex and Drea and watching them kind of grow into where they're at now, but as someone who has known you since high school, 9th grade.
Woo! It was over 20 years ago that I met you. Isn't that crazy? To know somebody over 20 years and not feel old is weird.
That is weird. That is weird.
Even though my bones just popped as I moved my knee.
Because even though we play about feeling old, I don't feel old in my body, like in my spirit. And
not my spirit. No.
Yeah, the more I focus on my health and my wellness, I start to feel less old, but I do have bad knees. But I was to finish saying what I was saying, to also watch you on your journey. It's been incredible. It's been incredible to watch you grow, watch you keep going when things do get difficult and when they're not. I'm really proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to see where your career goes.
Me too, shit. Where is we going? Somebody call me.
Yeah. So,
you guys, kinks are really and truly a very natural part of human desire. And people are into all sorts of things. And let me tell you something. I don't know what y'all bills be looking like, but mine are high. And sometimes you have to get a little bit creative when you're coming up with ways to make money and
do something strange for a little piece of change.
It's lots of people out there who are into different fetishes. And I know y'all have heard about people selling their panties. That's not a joke. I'm not joking at all.
And now it's no longer a secret.
Yeah, like get on there and sell that shit. Like what? If somebody wants to have a little sniffy sniff, let them have a sniffy sniff. Not only are you making money, but you are also helping somebody fulfill a desire, and you're safe at home and you don't have to deal with no issues, like you're not interacting with anybody. It's a safer way than, some of the other ways that you can make money exploring these kinks. Our sponsor, Panty Deal, is the largest online adult marketplace where you can sell or buy used panties and other fetish items. They got socks on there. They got all kind of stuff. You can have pictures. You can have videos. You can chat with people. Like, it's more than just panties. But if panties is your thing, that's where you can go. Them foot fetish pictures, all kind of stuff that people are into. This is a good marketplace for it. On Panty Deal, you can sell all sorts of porn items, the exclusive content, and it's more than just a more than just a marketplace, not a sex marketplace, but more than just a marketplace. It's a sex positive community where members can also connect and explore their fantasies freely and feel sexy while making money. You don't have to make a fake page on Instagram and forget your login, and now you got to make another fake page. You can just go to Panty Deal. Getting started is super easy. You can sign up for free. You create your profile and start listing your items. And then if you want to take it to the next level, just upgrade to a premium account to unlock even more tools to boost your sales. You could do unlimited chats. You could have a more detailed profile and unlimited listings when you upgrade to a premium account.
So y'all don't have to feel shame anymore. There is a whole website for you to go and make your extra money and handle your kink. So right now, Panty Deal is offering our listeners an exclusive 50% off of the premium membership. Just visit pantydeal.com/CockTales or use the code CockTales to claim your discount on them draws. That's Panty Deal, PANTYDEAL. Signing up is free, and with code CockTales, you'll get 50% off the premium membership. So head over to pantydeal.com/CockTales. The link is in the episode description. Make your money.
Okay, and now we'll get back to the show.
We did. You had a topic on here. You want to touch it a little bit? We have time?
Sure. What it
was marriage commitment. I want to hear the story because you said you had a story.
This is what I forgot. That makes me remember. The other thing I did was for one of my friends' birthdays, I went to Chapelton Vineyards. It is a Black-owned winery and vineyard in Texas. It's outside. It's closer to like Houston. It's in between Houston and Austin, like near College Station, where Texas A&M is. But it's Chapelton. It's pretty new and it's relatively small, but they have these 2 villas on the property. So one of them they were both available, but we rented one. So it was me and the birthday girl, Soraya, and then 2 of our other friends. And so we stayed at the villa just for the weekend. It was a really easy trip for them because they all live in Texas. But I went out there and we had an amazing weekend. And something that I appreciate about Soraya and Sandra, they are married. They've been married for a while and they have kids. Sometimes when people get in relationships or they get married, they distance themselves from single friends for whatever reason. And I was nervous about that when they got married. Sandra's been married a long time, since we was in our 20s. Well, I guess it wasn't that long. Anyway, I was nervous about that because I didn't want to lose my friends just because I'm not in the same place in life. I respect their marriages. I'm not one of the people that's like, oh, I need my single friend back. I need all of the time. None of that. So it was nice to hang out with them. And then the third friend that was with us, she's one of Soraya's like childhood friends, and she's also married. Everybody married but me. Mm-hmm. So we're out for dinner one night, and I asked them, because they're all happily married.
You gotta
and
say
mothers.
That.
And they still made time to get away and just have a girls' weekend, and they were talking about how important it is, and we talked about possibly doing it like more often and making it a thing, right? Mm-hmm. And I asked them, what's your favorite part about being married? And they were like, And I said, I find that a lot of people really want marriage, and people want it for different reasons, right? But y'all are married. Everybody's been married for at least 2 years, some way longer. And now that you're in it, you all have children, like you're in the thick of marriage. What would you say now is something that you really love about it, if anything? And they all had different answers, but some of the things that they said were things that attracts me to want to be married. Like just really having a partner in life and knowing that you have somebody that has your back, even when times get rough, even when things are difficult. And they shared all of their stories. And then I hear some people talk about why they want to get married, and it'd be superficial stuff. And that's why I feel like their marriages don't be working out. But they had really great answers. So I wanted to ask you a question, but I can't remember what it was. So I'm about to scan this thing and see. What was it? Okay. How do you feel? Do you think, I know you're taking your dating break, but do you think that marriage is something you might want in the future still?
Yes.
For me, it is. And then I keep hearing a lot of people changing their mind for different reasons. Sometimes I think we get hurt or something happens and you'd be like, fuck it all. Mm-hmm. But I was wondering about that. And then what's something that you're looking forward to when you get married? In being married?
First of all, I think it is very important to always say getting hurt is part of the game of life and in relationships. If you're not getting hurt, what you doing?
Yeah, I think if you don't experience hurt, it's gonna be hard to like
experience the. This is my thing about marriage.
Appreciate certain things, you know.
Yeah, and also like almost in a way like prepare you for marriage. I was talking to my sister about this when I was home for Easter. Well, I was in Oklahoma City for Easter. I had such a good time. I got my nephew Zane, brought him to Oklahoma so he could be with his cousins Disney and Kai.
Aww.
We had such a good time for Easter, but we'll talk about that later. And so I'm always constantly talking about marriage, and just because I'm taking a moment to myself from dating, I still wholeheartedly believe in marriage, love, and relationships. Like I don't think I don't think anyone will ever hurt me bad enough to where I'm like, and just no more nothing. Like I'm just not like that. Like it's in me. Relationship is in me. And I think that I definitely believe in marriage. I think the power of community, which I also consider marriage, it's a community in your household, and it's important. I want kids. I think that a 2-parent household is very important. Things happen, and no judgment, but I think it's a beautiful union. I mean, really think about this, Kiki. You meet somebody. Let's say you meet them in Atlantic Station. Y'all just bump into each other. Y'all just bump into each other. Y'all don't know where life is headed. It works out. You date. You've had your ups and downs. He proposes. You guys get married for the right reasons. You learn each other. You do the things. You say the vows, and you actually stick to them. And you create a life together. We've done life alone. Not alone, but you've done life with yourself in this way for our whole lives, for real. To meet somebody that really falls into alignment with what you want and how you want to do it, and you guys can get through the bumps, because the happiness is great, but in my world, that's not what I base it off of. Life gets tough, and it be busting you upside your head. And for us to like go through these things together, you don't know when people say for better or for worse in their vows, the worst is the most important part, because you don't know what it's gonna be. Like you literally are agreeing to do life together. To me, that is such a beautiful decision. It is such a beautiful decision. That is what I look forward to. The life together.
Building a life with someone.
Building a life, and then creating a life with you, like literally, like birthing your children. And
You keep doing the birthing.
like I just imagine like Apple and Olive coming out and just like handing them to their dad and looking at him like, look at what we did. And like seeing how marriage is so beautiful. And to me, it's the most beautiful when you've met a married couple. And I say I met a married couple because I'm not married, but who has really been through some stuff, and to hear them talk about it and to see how they've grown from it and didn't give up on each other. Taking abuse out of it. Like everything else though, even infidelity. Like, bro, like, and y'all worked through it. That's what you said you would do. So I guess what I look forward to is keeping our word.
Yeah. I like seeing... This is something I like seeing in my married friends, and then I'll be done talking about marriage. I like seeing when I know how my friends are like as individual single people, right? And I'm saying this because sometimes I think that people have this idea of like women being strong and independent, and that they cannot be a wife and like listen to their husband or like take somebody else's lead. They got to have it their way. I know women who are absolutely like that as single people, but they get with a man who they love and respect, who loves and respects them back and always thinks about them. They can relax and they can listen, or if they have an opinion, their husband will listen and they can make decisions together. Like I be thinking it's cute and I be giggling and they be like, girl, whenever they're like, oh, I need to talk to my husband, I'm like, I just think it's so cute. Y'all really be making real life decisions together about every little fucking thing. And here I am like, yeah, bitch, I'm coming. I ain't got shit. And let me check my calendar. Nope, nothing. Okay, I'm coming. And I'm like, I just think it's cute. And I like that. And I love hearing them share their stories. And they just casually mention stuff in everyday things, like how they consider their husband, or their husband is sharing something with them and they're sharing like what they considered for them, and just thinking for each other and really being there for each other. I just think it's beautiful. I love seeing married people. Beautiful. Even if I never get married, I think I will always enjoy seeing that. I love seeing love. And I just love it. I just think it's cute. And then it's all these weddings happening. I just think it's so cute. Mm-hmm. Anyway, that's all I'll say about that. We'll talk about relationships more next week in depth.
We will. We'll go a little bit more deeper into it. And when we come back, we have some advice for you guys.
Time for the advice. If you have a question that you want to ask us, send it in advice@cocktailspod.com and put advice in the subject line with whatever else you want to put, but advice.
Okay, this one is titled Advice because I don't, that's how I spell, I don't know what to do. Hey, Kiki and Medinah. Okay, so I'm just going to get into it. I've been talking to this guy I don't know for about a year now. And our birthdays are literally a day apart. His is June 26th. Mine is June 27th. Is that Gemini? I think it is.
I think so.
And it's about time to have another zodiac sign episode. Cass is telling us that ain't Gemini. Cancer.
Cancer.
Ooh. So it's emotional up in here.
Yeah. My mama a Cancer. I'm scared.
Okay. She said, we mesh very well together. However, it is hard for us to link up and see each other and do things because he's a mechanic and he works 80 plus hours damn near a week. At least he got a job.
Well, that is a blessing, but my goodness. I know them hands are callous. Oh, Lord.
I love a little callous hand. I ain't been touched by a man in so long. I only been touched by Jesus, Lord.
That's better.
Okay, 80 plus hours, damn near a week. And I get that. And I do want a man that, is taking care of the house. But my brother had came into town and we had a cookout because my brother is getting PCS, military moved to Bahrain. And the guy had got to my house before I got there, so my niece let him in because my family knows him well. Come to find out, him and my mom had a conversation and he's telling my mom that I'm the only person that he talks to. He wants to settle down with me. He works so much because he's trying to build for me and him. However, me and him have never had a conversation about us being exclusive or anything like that. So it's just mind-blowing. So my mom kind of tells me a little bit of the story. She told you everything. I told me a little bit of the story about what happened. So I'm asking him hey, what was the conversation you had with my mom? And he keeps telling me that he doesn't remember because he was drunk and all this other stuff. So do I tell him this is what my mom said? Is this how you really feel? She says a lot. Is this what you really feel
I wonder if she did talk to text.
I wonder too. What are we doing? Because you haven't even told me that this is how you feel, but you tell my mom this is how you feel. I need to know what's good because I don't know if I'm ready to settle down with him. I'm 33, he's 32. I'm having fun right now. I'm losing weight, getting fine. And if I'm... and I don't know if I'm ready. LOL. Sorry for such a long email. P.S. I used voice to text, so go easy on me, Kiki. P.S. This is... She put her Instagram, but I don't be one to put people's shit in. Yeah. I talked to you a few times, Medinah. Love you lots, ladies.
Hey, girl. Hey, your email reads like my mama's text messages. That's how I was yeah, it's probably voice to text. I don't be knowing what she's saying half the time. This wasn't that bad, though. Okay.
You go first.
I think don't say that your mom told you anything. At the end of the day, you want to know what y'all are doing. Just ask him. Bring up the conversation. Don't use your mom as a crutch. Don't keep bringing up this issue. Because also, girl, how you going to get more tea from your mama if he's getting loose-lipped around her? You don't want to close that door. Don't bring that shit up again. Let him forget it. Mm-hmm. But just ask him. First of all, ask yourself before you have the conversation. What are you doing? What do you want to do? If he is thinking about something serious, does that change your mind? And why is what he's doing changing your mind? What do you actually want? Then you should bring it up to him and have a conversation and be honest, no matter what he says, be honest about what you want. But only share if you really know. If you don't know, maybe you should figure that out. I do wonder what he was thinking when he was talking to your mama. And if your mama only told you a little bit, I want to know what the rest is, but we'll never know. Or tell your mama to write in. Send me a voice note, not the voice to text. But yeah, I think you need to have a conversation with him so that you can figure it out. That's the only way to do it. And don't involve your mom. Ask him because you want to know.
And when Kiki said, like, you need to know what you're doing, you had already said in the email that you don't know if you're ready to settle down with him. To me, that reads you're not ready to settle down with him, and that probably should be the conversation. But I know you're also not going to listen to us. So I know that you're not going to listen. Like, you're going to keep this going how it's going, more than likely. But I hope you listen. Let me just put that out there. You don't know if you're ready to settle down. You getting fined. Sometimes when you are getting fined, it's about to be summer. It's summer.
You trying to see what your other options
trying to see like what all you could get.
I see what you doing.
Don't play with this man because listen, like I also
working 80 hours a week.
When somebody is a hardworking man like that, since we just got finished talking about marriage, and I have had this conversation with several friends of mine who are married to men who work a lot. This is a blue collar job, right? A mechanic, and it's like that's their job. I'm not, and they don't have any plan on like changing, which they shouldn't, if that's what they plan to do with their life. And so I think if you already know right now you don't like that this is what he does with his, I think maybe you getting into something that you could not waste your time and make it something serious when it doesn't have to be serious. And so like Kiki said, have the conversation and stay true to yourself. Mm-hmm. You want to be outside this summer. You trying to be running around with booty shorts. And do that.
Write us back and tell us what you actually do, because now I want to know. I'm a little invested in this story. I'm curious. I want to know what you say. If you could just put the phone down and record it so we could hear it, I would love to hear both sides because I'm nosy like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let us know, girl.
Please.
Okay, this one is super short. She says she wants to go to Gawk Gawk City. Girl, I don't know if I can help you. I'll try to dial back in my memory bank. She says, hello, ladies. Thank you all for your amazing podcast. I love listening to your voices every week. I always know I'm in for a good laugh and will feel empowered as a woman with a voice. I know that's right. So I started dating this new guy about 6 months ago. The last time I went down on him, he mentioned that I'm unable to finish him on my own. He usually has to jerk off into my mouth. Okay. He said I need to use the twist motion. But the crazy thing is, I thought I was. Ooh. Do you all have any pointers or suggestions? And how exactly do I execute the twist motion he's referring to? The one he says other women and performers in porn are doing. Thank you, ladies, in advance. Mrs. Gawk Gawk in training.
All you got to do is Google Superhead. She does the best, the twist motion that she's talking about.
Is she talking about the twist of your head and mouth or the twist of your hands?
When I think of Superhead, she's doing all of the twists. Anything you can twist is getting
twist and shout. Twist and make them shout.
Yeah, it is.
Are you watching the porn? Did he show you a video?
Did he tell it?
Say what's the video? And stop telling me what the other bitches is doing, bitch. Who's sucking your dick today? That's how you end up without a dick suck at all. Fuck a Gawk Gawk. You gonna be a jack off. How about that?
But he must be fine and worth it, because that's why I ain't never been like, can y'all tell me how to do this for him? Because this is what he want. And I ain't never did it. You gonna get what you get.
You get what you get. If you get anything at all, you better enjoy these views of this face.
This time and effort.
Period. Okay? Because I could be asleep.
And will.
Anyway, if you need advice, well, you just need to ask the man to show you the damn video.
Yeah. Make it a cute date night. Or
do what Medinah said.
That could be a really cute date night.
Watching porn?
Well, include that in there, but okay. We really gonna help you. She should log on to Canva, make a cute little invitation. Okay. You know how there's cooking classes, there's perfume making classes. You should have a Gawk Gawk City class. It's just you and your man. And you're going to make an invitation, send it to him. And in the invitation, you're going to put the details of what you want him to teach you in the class. Make it cute. It don't have to be embarrassing, and it don't got to be hard. And see what happens. Make it very cute.
If you do this, please send us a cocktail, because I would like to hear how this goes. It's
and
a
show us the
idea.
invitation.
Yeah.
Even if you have to get on Fiverr and ask somebody to create it for you, make the invitation cute and like funny. Like get on Fiverr, ask somebody, can you make this invitation for me? It's to my man and it's a little explicit, but can you do it?
Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay, now it's time for the cocktails. But I do really hope you send one in. Email us at cocktales@cocktailspod.com if you have a cocktail to share.
Once upon a time, not long ago, I was a hoe, was a hoe.
Okay. Oh, okay. I'm going to read this one. It's called Barbells Bondage. This cocktail.
Oh, it's long.
It is long. So I'm going to try to read fast. But this cocktail was texted to me by my friend I had met at Hedonism.
The girlfriend.
Yes,
okay.
The girlfriend. Yeah. She sent this to me and I was like, I'm glad you finally sent a cocktail in because I know you be having fun. Okay, so girl, now's your time to shine. So she says, so I had a gym crush. There aren't a lot of attractive men in the gym at 4 a.m. So I usually don't have a lot of eye candy. But this guy, he was always so focused and it made me so interested in him. I mean, dapping around with a pen and pad focus. Anybody from the South knows what I mean. I didn't.
What does dapping around with a pen
I
and
should
pad?
have asked ChatGPT.
Okay, I'm about to ask.
Okay. What I mean when I say what I say when he walked in with a little bit of dap in his step, and that usually means he had a little something swinging in between his quads. Oh, his dick was big, I guess. He had a little extra. Okay. I guess if I would have just kept reading and not been so impatient. Okay, one day I was recording myself doing a set and he walked past my camera and he looked dead in my camera. Swear I watched that video for days. Anywho, I was scrolling on IG one day and decided to go through my friend requests, and behold, there he was, smiling and looking so damn fine, just as I remembered him in the gym. I wondered just how long I had him sitting all alone in that request box, so y'all know I accepted him expeditiously and began going on a liking spree. The old bait and switch. He messaged me within minutes, striking up a conversation. We almost immediately exchanged numbers and texted that night. I saw him in the gym the next morning and didn't hesitate to greet him. Fast forward to a few days later. At this point, we've been on a first date and even had an impromptu breakfast date. Only issue is, child, he is 26 years young and I am 31 years old. Nevertheless, we prevailed. Saw him in the gym this morning and we began sending flirty texts back and forth. He said to me, don't turn me on. You playing with the right one. With the devil smiling emoji. You already know what time that means. I remember the last time a man sent me that. I responded with, who's playing? He then responded, if I take you to paradise, you may never want to leave. Tread carefully. I responded, LOL, paradise is a two-way street. I went over to him as I was leaving out the gym and he asked what I was about to do. I responded telling him I was going to make breakfast and he asked if I could make him some too. But first, could we shower together? Of course, I said yes. He followed me to my house and I prepped breakfast. We chatted and then up to my room we went, showered, washed each other's backs, and chatted even more. We began kissing. He looks at me and says, come on. We need more room than this shower can give. I nodded in complete submission, went to my room and lathered up in my body glaze. If you know, you know. Then pulled me closer to him. He began kissing me so passionately, licking my neck and my titties. He picked me up, yes, all the way up, and kissed me as I felt his boyfriend-sized dick growing, touching my plump ass cheeks. He laid me on the bed and asked was I ready for more. I nodded again in complete submission. He asked was there anything I didn't like, and me and my freaky ass said no.
And we know she's telling the truth.
Right. He said our safe word was red, and he wanted me to let him know if anything felt uncomfortable. The inner consensual freak in me smiled. He played with my wet pussy until I came all over his fingers. Then he took those fingers and moved down to my ass, placing his thumb in my ass and playing with my pussy at the same damn time, y'all. I couldn't believe this young man was doing all this to me at 8:15 in the morning. Ooh, but here we were. She said she'd been in the gym at 4, so I came again, child, and he asked, was I ready for the dick? Again, nodding in complete submission. But this is when it gets interesting. He gets up, walks to my closet, and I asked him what he was looking for. He reassured me he was good and grabbed a silk tie from one of my rompers. He then proceeds over to my bathroom and grabs the soft tie from my robe. Y'all, this man tied me the fuck up. My wrists are tied to my fucking ankles and the soft wrapped around my neck with just enough force to feel it. He then puts on the condom and starts working my ass the fuck out. Kissing, playing with my ass, pulling that damn harness around my neck, choking me, slow stroke, fast stroke, talking, affirming. The praise kink queen in me was so satisfied. I am not a woman of little words, but y'all, I was speechless. He then untied me, flipped me over, and fucked me from the back, moving me ever so slightly in front of the mirror so that I could see how good I looked taking that dick. Y'all, this man fucked me so damn good. I went down to my kitchen expeditiously and made them breakfast sandwiches. I promised him while he showered again because, baby, we had worked up a sweat. He grabbed his breakfast to go so that he could head to work, kissed me, and left. I immediately called my friend to tell her the tea because what the fuck? Needless to say, I'll see him again tonight. Signed, your Hito friend.
I needed to be a visual.
I know, right?
Because, ma'am.
Maybe the follow-up. That's it this week for CockTales, you guys. Make sure you check the description box for all of the links to everything in this episode. And make sure you're following us on Instagram. We're at CockTales Podcast. I'm at Kiki Said So.
I'm at Coffee Bean Bean.
And until next week, you guys, goodbye.
Goodbye. Bye. 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 Bye.
Population.
Goodbye. Bye. Bye. Sweet on the dry. Bye. Bye. Bye.